It's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're going to be going over and talking about each and every one of the 5 new endgames coming to NBA 2K23 MyTEAM today. Now, first off, I do want to say, obviously, we're in August. Happy August, guys. Let's make the most of it. But endgames are going to be the same, okay? All copy, all paste. A lot of these cards, like Lonzo to Dr. J, there's hardly going to be any difference between them. Obviously, they're basically their own players. So Lonzo's going to look like Lonzo, but play exactly like a lot of the other endgames. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about him, comparing them to some other guys as well. So like, who does this Shawn Bradley compare to? Who does this James Harden compare to? Gonna be talking about this as well. Again, as far as gameplays are concerned, I'll probably do a gameplay, I guess, of, I don't know, Shawn Bradley, Harden, maybe LaMelo. We'll have to just wait and see. If Dr. J's free, probably gonna do one of that as well. Let's start off here with LaMelo Ball, and as we dive into that, guys, if you are new to the channel, make sure to smash that subscribe button on the road towards 120,000 subscribers. LaMelo is 6'7", 6'10" wingspan, hot spots from everywhere, 64 Hall of Famers. Obviously, perfect stats, perfect badges, and perfect tendencies. KPJ, Sadiq upper, very quick, trade leader, MJ dribble style, normal Asta slide. Now, at 6'7", who does LaMelo Ball compare to? Does he compare to Luka? Maybe a little bit, but he's going to have a better player model, player build than a Luka, than a Jimmy. One thing about LaMelo is he's only 180 pounds, though. So that is something I feel like that goes well for a LaMelo, just because smaller players move better, in my opinion. So, I mean, when you're looking at all of these cards, is there really anybody that compares to him? I mean, the closest is probably Kawhi. But it's still hard because it's not even close. Like, their player builds are still completely different. So, how good do I think LaMelo Ball is going to be? I think it's tough, right? I think, you know, even compared to Kawhi, I think Kawhi's player model is a lot better. So, is there a spot with LaMelo Ball in any lineup? Maybe. We'll have to see what his movement's like because he does have that really skinny player build. Lonzo Ball is 6'6", 6'7", wingspan, hot spots from everywhere, 190 pounds. Obviously, same 6. You guys know that. Now, as 6'6" with the 6'7" wingspan, you're going to be hard-pressed to find me ever running Lonzo. Now, I will say this. I feel like Lonzo's player build, especially for the defensive end of the court, is good, is solid. And so a lot of people might be like, oh, but Ty, you know, Lonzo's got a good player model. Well, I honestly agree with you for the most part because I feel like he does have a wide player model, especially for the defensive end of the court. But again, you guys see the height, you guys see the wingspan. I think his movement's going to be good. And at the end of the day, guys, I know there are a lot of big Lonzo Ball fans out there. So if you really like Lonzo Ball, man, do what you got to do. I just probably will never run that card in general. Shawn Bradley up next, 7'6", 7'5" wingspan, hot spots from everywhere, 235 pounds, which means he's going to move absolutely elite, absolutely incredible. Now, when you look at the giant endgames we've got in my team, the Giants, there's only a couple, Yao, Taco, that's it. He is going to move better than Yao. He's gonna move better than Taco, and I'd go as far as to saying Shawn Bradley's gonna be better than Yao, and I think he'll be better than Taco because his movement's gonna be good at 235 pounds. He's gonna move similar to what this invincible Manute moves like, right? And obviously these cards aren't exactly the same, but their dribble sigs are eerily similar, right? Francis size up for Shawn Bradley, obviously the Rose for Manute, but with their height, they're both gonna move absolutely elite. So, for me, do I think Shawn Bradley becomes our best big in my team? I think he definitely could. I absolutely do, because at the end game tier, or as far as end games are concerned, he's gonna move better than Taco. He's gonna move better than Yao. It just comes down to his player build's probably not gonna be quite as good. So what do you prefer? Do you prefer at the center having a guy with a better player build, or a guy that is going to ultimately move better, move more fluid? That is what it truly does come down to for Mr. Endgame Shawn Bradley. For me, I think he's gonna take the cake as our best at big man in my team. But only time will tell, right? I'm going to do a gameplay with Shawn. We'll see what his movement looks like, all of those things. But I do believe he probably becomes our best overall big in my team. A card I am pretty excited about today is James Harden. Why? Because when we go in here and look at the end games, how many cards do we have at 6'5"? That's the question I want to talk about. Because when we look at him, I've not seen one card at 6'5" yet. And so with James Harden, here's your first card that is 6'5". We've got 6'4" Wade, we've got 6'3" Steph, we've got 6'6" galore, a ton of 6'6" players. Harden's we're one of the only 6'5" end games in the entire game. 6'10" wingspan as well. Hot spots for members, 64 Hall of Famers. Perfect stats, perfect tendencies. Obviously, animation's perfect. I still wish he had some of the stuff, some of the SIGs that would make him still feel like James Harden. Now, I might just be alone in that. But I just feel like with this James Harden, there's nothing here that's just like, oh yeah, this is going to make him feel like James Harden, right? That's just kind of, again, my opinion on things. I feel like I wish he would have some of his old SIGs, some of his old animations. At 6'5", the reason I'm kind of excited for him is I feel like his movement is going to be better than all of the guys at 6'6". So if you move with Kobe, if you move with MJ, if you move with Vince Carter, J.R. Smith, I feel like, personally, James Harden might move better than those guys. We'll have to see though. Defensively, might be a little bit of a liability at 6'5", so that definitely is a little bit of a red flag. Good player model, good wingspan, has a lot going for him. The question is, would you rather run a guy like James Harden at 6'5", or run a guy like a Dr. J at 6'6"? Now, I've mentioned a lot, guys, that I hope Dr. J is free today. Why do I mention that even? Well, he was one of the main rewards for the trophy case. So the trophy case, if you weren't around back then, had an Eastern Conference and a Western Conference. Dr. J was your Eastern Conference reward. Tim Duncan was the Western Conference. So people will be so quick to tell me, oh, Ty, but we didn't get a free Tim Duncan. Are we probably going to get a free Dr. J? No. But why do I think it's a possibility? Because we're in August. And at this stage, 2K, in my opinion, doesn't lose anything by giving us a free Dr. J endgame card. So that's just kind of my hope. 6'6", 6'11" wingspan, 200 pounds. Very similar to what an MJ is. Very similar to what a Kobe is as well. I mean, he's fine. He's absolutely fine in my team. I feel like his wingspan, his player model, is going to be really, really solid as well. So when it comes down to it for Dr. J at 6'6", he's going to just be another Kobe, another MJ type of card. We've got a lot of 6'6" guys in my team. So, I mean, how would I rank these cards overall? Probably Shawn Bradley number 2, Shawn Bradley 1, LaMelo 2, Harden 3, Dr. J 4, Lonzo 5 probably. How would I rank them as far as fun cards? Shawn Bradley 1, Harden 2, LaMelo 3, Lonzo 4, Dr. J 5. I mean, between Lonzo, Dr. J, again, they're basically copy and paste type of cards. Shawn Bradley, again, he can move. With that being that height, I'm impressed by that. But in general, guys, it's just another endgame drop. Shawn Bradley takes the cake. Most exciting card today. Everybody else just kind of overall mid. That's going to wrap it up. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, man, I love you guys. And have a blessed day.